The Speaker, turning to matters of academic requirements for elective positions, which you've mentioned, the issue of academic requirements of a university degree for a member of parliament or county assembly for one to be eligible for the 2022 general elections has been debated upon for a while now. Honorable Speaker, this issue has had a checkered history. Article 34 of the previous constitution provided that as long as you are able to speak and read in Swahili and English languages well enough to take an active part in the proceedings of the National Assembly, then we could have you. Perhaps this thinking could be aligned to the fact that Parliament and county assemblies employ professional staff who guide members on technical matters. In Parliament, for example, we have the Parliamentary Budget Office staffed with seasoned economists and fiscal analysts to advise on the budget and wide-ranging fiscal matters. We have also employed advocates of the High Court who advise on legal matters. Honorable Speaker, with regards to qualifications, the Committee of Experts' position was that an Act of Parliament should set the education qualifications for senators and members of the National Assembly, as this could change over time and should therefore not be stipulated in the Constitution, as you know, with respect to the President, his deputy, the Governor, and their deputies. Honorable Speaker, the 10th Parliament, which served between 2008 and 2013, passed the Elections Act number 11 of 2011, providing for the academic requirements being, in brackets, a degree for a member of Parliament and a postgraduate diploma for a member of County Assembly. However, fortunately or unfortunately, His Excellency, the retired President, Mwai Kibaki, had his reservations on these provisions. Thus, it did not see the light of day. Honorable Speaker, during the 11th Parliament, which served between 2013 and 2017, Senator Kiraito Murungi, as he then was, and Senator Orengo James led a joint ad hoc committee, and among other raft of issues related to electoral reforms, it recommended that the academic qualifications be provided for. Thus, Section 22, subsection 1, paragraph B of the Elections Act provides that both a member of Parliament and a member of County Assembly must have a degree from a university recognized in Kenya. But fortunately, the same section provided for the suspension of application of that requirement until after the 2017 general elections. I also recall that the application of the Election Campaign Financing Act was also suspended until after the 2017 general elections. Honorable Speaker, as you are aware, indeed you've pointed it out, the High Court on the 15th day of this month expressed itself and held that the provisions in the Elections Act number 11 of 2011, providing for the degree requirement as a qualification to run for an elective position, is unconstitutional, and it limits the political rights of an aspirant to run for political office and exercising their political rights as provided for in Article 38 of the Constitution. It is my considered opinion that while this question will continue to be with us, that in the spirit of participatory democracy, that this decision be left to the conscience of the voter. Mr. Speaker, I firmly believe that the matter has been put to rest. We, however, need to ensure a healthy balance between adopting measures to cushion our people and revenue generation, because at the end of the day, we must ensure that services within the county and the country are not disrupted. Honorable Speaker, in the process of cushioning citizens of Bomet County from the effects of COVID-19, you do not need to lose revenue or record negative numbers on your county revenue collections. A resourceful and balanced approach can be adopted to ensure that an upward trajectory of revenue collection is maintained. To support this, I will make reference to the National Assembly where recently we passed the Finance Act, and in a bid to create such a balance, the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning removed all measures that were meant to increase tax on food commodities, while simultaneously recommending an increase in taxes for businesses that are largely unaffected by the pandemic, like banks and IT companies, and hence increase tax on bank money transfers and the internet. This balance allowed the National Assembly to cushion the people it represents while preserving tax collection, which is key towards ensuring continuous provision of services to our people. Honorable Speaker, Article 209 of the Constitution gives power to the county to impose various taxes, including property taxes, levies, and fees. Certainly, using these powers, you can cushion the great people of Bomet County by reducing levies for small-scale traders who work so hard to provide for their families. In order to create a balance with revenue collection, you may consider increasing taxes on other non-commodities. Non-food commodities. You can also consider applying commencement clauses in the County Finance Act to delay coming into force of tax measures, certain tax measures that may affect the people of this great county. Honorable Speaker, I'm also glad to note that although the drafters of the Constitution had envisaged possible conflict of laws in terms of Article 119 of the Constitution, 191 of the Constitution, 11 years down the line, we are operating in harmony, and our legislative wheels have continued to grind without any hitches, thanks to the guidance of the speakers of the county assemblies in this country. Indeed, I wish to reiterate that effective legislatures are one of the principal institutions of any functioning democracy. Mr. Speaker, you have remained focused on this, and I commend you. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, allow me to applaud this august assembly for all the positive development agenda it has adopted, the livelihoods that have been uplifted, and most importantly, the progressive legislations it has enacted. The COVID-19 pandemic, which had its onset in this country in March of last year, greatly affected the operations of Parliament. With the Ministry of Health guidelines on COVID-19, the National Assembly had to develop innovative ways so as to execute its constitutional functions unhindered. We've since amended our standing orders to provide for virtual participation of members in the plenary proceedings and for virtual committee sittings. Whereas the virtual way in the beginning appeared as an option that we would thrive as long as the COVID-19 pandemic subsisted, this is no longer the case. It is evident that House business is now more efficient, and furthermore, the participation of members has increased as members can log in remotely from whichever location. A further positive outcome has been the saving on public resources, as we are now a paperless institution. To this end, even post-COVID, we will be using technology in our operations. This also is in line with our strategic plan as Parliamentary Service Commission, of which I am the chair. The strategic plan requires us to be e-compliant and move towards a green-friendly environment as a parliament. Honorable Speaker, as the Bomet County Assembly, I would challenge you to embrace the use of technology and maintain the same even post-COVID. However, this calls on you to review your rules of procedure in several areas, ranging from extending the privileges and immunities of members to virtual sittings, to finding a reliable, secure, and flexible virtual platform that can allow you to transact your business virtually as an assembly, including for purposes of recording attendance, debating, and voting, among others. You are all aware, you are all welcome to confer with us, and we will be glad to share our experiences. But Mr. Speaker, I wish to commend you for the big strides that you've taken towards ensuring that your members will, in the very, very near future, be well accommodated in your new chamber that you've developed. At this juncture, Honorable Speaker and members, I leave you with a call from Pope Francis to political leaders, and I quote as I sit. It is now, more than ever, necessary that political leaders be outstanding for honesty, integrity, and commitment to the common good. Close the quotes. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.